I'm Thapelo Motsumi. I was born and bred in Northwest in a little village called Taung. I basically came to Johannesburg just chasing a dream. And my photographic journey began in 2009 with a youth development organization called Umuzi.Org. Basically, what Umuzi was doing, they were amplifying the voices of young people by creating creative activism and social development campaigns. Currently most young people feel that they're not being heard, they're kind of like disempowered. And I was also a victim of that. So I failed my matric. But through photography and creativity, I've managed to actually raise my voice. And actually, I went back to school to complete my education. So I studied photojournalism and documentary photography, which I completed. Yeah, they do happen, like currently it's most young people have been raped, you understand, and the big thing for them is coming out. They always have the fear, if I come out, how will the society react against me? Yeah, like most young people, they're into this drug called nyaupe, so they mixed heroin and dacha and ARVs. It's commonly here. Do you understand? Young people tend to get high on that, and they steal for that. So it's cheap. So most people tend to steal metals and then go sell them at scrapyard places so that they can just to get high. So the people that you're talking about between the age of 16, 15, and some of them you find them dropping out of school because of that certain substance. Yeah, currently there's a new breed of leaders in South Africa, like leaders that are young people that are involved in their communities doing community work. Do you understand? So we have here at Umuzi Photo Club, we have an initiative called the Power 50, getting 50 young kids from disadvantaged communities to study graphic design, photography, and campaign management. And at the end, they go back into their communities and actually implement those things so that they teach the young people that are within their community, so that the young people themselves do not engage in drugs and sexual abuse at the early age. So we're trying to build a new generation of leaders, not to say only let's depend on the government, because sometimes if you depend on the government, you're not going to get anywhere. But as we together, as the community, get together and build our own leaders, that's where we're going to start going forward. So, like I said, the mainly social issues that we worked on like high school dropouts. Do you understand? What are the key elements that causes young people to drop out of school? So within that, we found that like it starts from home. Like when kids don't have the like the basic fundamentals of how to communicate with their parents. Telling them, Mom, I'm struggling with a particular subject at school. If the parent themselves are not educated, how are they going to help the kid? And then the kid goes out into the streets and learn those things. And in the streets, there are certain things that he or she will learn, do you understand, that will not kind of apply in the household, like venturing into drugs, venturing into sex at an early age. Those are the things that as young people, they tend to be exposed to. Yes, I do have friends in like our friends. We in 2010 when the 2010 we created David and John Cole came to South Africa to set up a project called Wembley to Soweto, to teaching young kids photography and just to documenting the atmosphere that was taking place here in South Africa through the World Cup. And we had an exhibition in London. That was my very first time being inside an aeroplane. So that was also exciting for us, and that's how we go to make other friends that side. And also I'm meeting the kids from the UK, like that the kids from the UK during the Olympics. For us that was exciting. And now we'll be having a great opportunity to go into Brazil to go and teach kids photography in the favelas. So that will be an exciting project also. I've actually been reading an article on the New York Times now, just looking at the pictures that there's a photographer called David. He went to document the favelas, but he shot them in black and white. The pictures are in black and white. So I was just been reading more about how is the life people living there, and it's kind of more similar to South Africa, you know. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the opportunity. I really appreciate it.